Hi, welcome to this episode of The Daily. My name is Brendan Malone. Well, yesterday a friend of mine posted a video on their social media feed, which was a video of a televised debate that happened here a couple of days ago in New Zealand with a panel about the issue of assisted suicide and euthanasia. And the very first person who was spoken to on that panel said, look, I don't like the term euthanasia. I prefer to talk about assisted dying. Here's the thing. We definitely need a full, frank, open and honest and very robust public debate about this very serious and important ethical issue of assisted suicide and euthanasia. The debate needs to be robust. However, you cannot have a full, frank, open, honest and robust debate if you are using euphemisms that are not accurate and that are misleading. And the euphemism assisted dying, when you're using that to describe assisted suicide and euthanasia, is completely dishonest because it completely misrepresents what's actually happening here. Assisted dying is what happens to someone as they die. They have medical professionals, they have family, they have hospice, palliative care workers around them who care for them, who show them dignity, who show them love as they pass through that final stage of life into death. That's what assisted dying is. But assisted suicide and euthanasia are not like that. They are completely different things because they take the whole issue one step further. With assisted suicide and with euthanasia, what you now have is medical professionals or others who are actively killing their patients. Or you have medical professionals or others who are actively assisting in the suicide of people who are sick, elderly or disabled. Now that is a completely different scenario. It is a completely different ethical issue with different ethical questions, and it has some very serious and very different flow-on effects for wider society, particularly for those who are vulnerable. You see, we already have assisted dying in this country. It happens all the time and it's done very well. People are cared for as they die. They are assisted in their death. But the moment you change the law and introduce assisted suicide and euthanasia, then what you have now is a scenario in which medical ethics is completely turned on its head. Doctors work on the fundamental principle of do no harm, but euthanasia and assisted suicide completely turns that on its head and says to doctors, in actual fact, no, you can do harm, you can do the ultimate harm and kill your patient as long as they request it. Now that's completely different. That completely changes medicine as we know it and as we have practiced it for hundreds of years. Not only that, but the vulnerable people in our society who enter the medical system are now even more vulnerable of premature death because of the fact that the system legally allows doctors or medical professionals to either assist in the killing or to assist in the suicide of their patients. So vulnerable people are now in even more of a risky situation of a premature death because of that change. So that's why it's important we have a full, frank, open and honest and very robust debate about these issues. But that robust debate cannot take place if there is not honesty from the part of people who support, who are pro-assisted suicide, who are pro-euthanasia. And the final thing I say is this: if you really believe that your case, if you're pro-euthanasia, you're pro-assisted suicide, and you really believe that your case is totally robust, it's absolutely foolproof, and there's nothing to fear from legalising these acts, then what possible harm is there in you being honest and using accurate terms and not misleading euphemisms to actually describe what it is that you're asking for in this country? Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on The Daily.